next class. Today we are discussing about power transmission and distribution. Power production. The previous classes we are discussed about what is mutual induction, self-induction and electromagnetic induction and some devices that is working on the basis of electromagnetic induction. So we know that electromagnetic induction is helps to producing higher form of electricity. So we want electricity in our daily life and a bulk amount of electricity is producing in the all over the world. All of the production of bulk amount of electricity is based in AC generators and electromagnetic induction. The basic principle of all of the bulk amount of production of electricity in all over the world is based in the principle electromagnetic induction. And what is electromagnetic induction, self-induction and mutual induction we are discussed already in the previous classes. So now we want to discuss about the generation of power, distribution of power. So we say that the principle of electromagnetic induction is following the production of bulk amount of electricity. And a device that is used to produce the bulk amount of electricity is AC generator. So the principle that is basing is electromagnetic induction and the device that is used to produce bulk amount of electricity is AC generators. Here the current is AC, alternating. So alternating current producing generators, AC generators are used to produce the bulk amount of electricity. For working the AC generator, we want a mechanical energy because an AC generator is converting mechanical energy to electrical energy. So we want mechanical energy to working a AC generator. For this we are using nuclear power factors and other water resources for the mechanical energy of working of the AC generators. And in our state we have some of power stations that is generating electricity for the use of our state. Okay. And we have to discussing about the principles and the production, the generation of electricity. More discussion through our slide. Power production. Principle of electromagnetic induction is used worldwide to generate electricity. That we are already discussing. The power production is basing the principle of electromagnetic induction. And AC three-phase generator. 3 armature coils are arranged around the field magnet at an angular separation of 120 degree. When field magnet rotates simultaneously produce AC in 3 phases. Each armature produces maximum and minimum EMF in the different instance. So we are saying the AC generators are using to producing bulk amount of electricity and the AC generator is 3-phase AC generator. We have single phase and 3-phase AC generator. For the bulk amount of production of electricity, we want to use the AC 3-phase generator. And what is an AC 3-phase generator? This 3-phase generator having 3 armature coils around a field magnet. 3 armature coils around a field magnet. And when the magnet is rotating, simultaneously produce AC in 3 phases. So we got the maximum and minimum amount of EMF in different instances. So this helps to make the high production of electricity. That's why we are using AC 3-phase generator for the bulk production of electricity. And the third point, basing the electricity generation and transmission, the power stations. The power stations are the stations where the electricity is producing. The bulk amount of electricity production is occur in power stations. Electricity is generated on large scale for distribution. An example of a power station is Idukki Moolammattam. And the electricity generated in the large scale in a power station, that is distributing from the. And another point that is basing the power transmission is transmission loss. What is a transmission loss? That's the word that comes in the power transmission. And the power transmission loss is loss of energy in the form of heat at the time of power transmission. We are producing the large scale electricity, and that electricity is distributing all over for the household and other needs. So the transmission loss here is that when the transmission occurs, there is a transmission of electrical energy, but there is a loss of energy in the form of heat, and that form of loss of energy is called the transmission loss. And this transmission loss is occurring in all transmissions, but we can reduce this transmission using the law, Joule's law. So Joule's law helps to reducing the transmission loss. The transmission loss of energy is a form of wasting energy in the form of heat. So we are producing a large amount of electricity, but there is a huge loss of heat in the form of heat energy. So the electricity we are generating is wasted here in the form of heat energy. So this is very needed to reducing the energy loss or the transmission loss through reducing the heat energy. So the Joule's law that is helps to reducing the heat energy. And now we want to discuss about how Joule's law helps to reducing the transmission loss in the form of heat energy. That is, H is equal to I square RT is the relation that's showing Joule's law. Heat loss is reduced by increasing voltage. So here H is the heat energy, I, R and T. I is the current, R is the resistance and T is the time. So we want to reduce the heat loss or transmission loss to increasing the voltage. That P is equal to VI is relating to this. P is equal to VI is relating to Joule's law, and this too is the basis of reducing the heat energy or transmission loss. And the next point that is basic, voltage is increased up to 220 kV, and based on the distance of transmission, different voltages are used like 110 kV and 400 kV. So we are discussing that basing the Joule's law, we have to increasing the voltage, and that voltage increasing is up to 220 kV, and based on the distance of transmission, voltage having some other two ranges, that is 110 kV and 400 kV. So based on the distance of transmission, voltage can be increasing, that is 110 and 400 kV. 230 volt is required to household purpose and 400 is needed for industrial purposes. So we are discussing that there is a changing of voltage, and 230 volt that is required for the household works, and 400 kV that is want to working the industrial purposes. So based on the distance of transmission and the purposes, the voltage is different. Basic household purposes, this is 230 volt, and in industrial purposes, it is 400. And 4 wires are coming out from a distribution transformer. One is neutral and the other 3 are phases. That is, in a distribution of power, there are 4 wires are coming out from a distribution transformer. One is neutral and the other 3 phases are 3 wires are phases. the last point we be discussing is that there are 4 wires coming from a distribution transformer, that is 1 neutral and 3 phases. And the voltage difference between 1 neutral wire and phase wire is 230. And between 2 phase line is 400. There are 4 wires in the distribution transformer, and that 4 wires having, one is neutral and the other 3 is phases. And the voltage difference between 1 neutral and phase is 230, and the 2 phase lanes are 40. And from the distribution transformer, it is come to another some devices, and it comes to the household works and like the industrial purposes. So I think all of you understand about what is the points that are discussed here, basing the generation and the distribution of electricity. The basic principle of electricity production, bulk amount of electricity production is basing the principle of electromagnetic induction. And the device that used to produce is 3-phase AC generator. And we are discussing what is a 3-phase AC generator. This having 3 armature coils. Because of this producing maximum and minimum of EMF in different instances. So this goes to making large scale production of electricity. And we are discussing about power stations. The stations here producing the electricity. And the distribution based problem is transmission loss. Transmission loss is the loss of energy in the form of heat. The large scale production of electricity producing, and it goes to distribution. And from the distribution, there is a form of loss of energy, electrical energy, in the form of heat energy. So the correct amount of energy doesn't go to the end. So the form of electrical energy here is loss, and that is transmission loss. And we are discussing this transmission loss is reducing to increasing the voltage. And we are discussing the limits of voltages, that is 230, 110 and 400 kV. And this is basing on the household works and industrial purposes. And we are saying that in a distribution transformer there are 4 wires, and that one is neutral and other 3 is phases. And there is a voltage difference between the phase lanes, 2 phase wires and 1 neutral and phase wire. And this is 230 and 400. And from here, now we producing the electricity and distributing. Through all of the points, we are discussing about the production and distribution. And in household electricity, how the way of the electricity from the distribution transformer to our switches or our devices. Now we want to discuss about that household electrician. We are discussing that there are 4 wires that is coming from the distribution transformer, and that 4 wires are 3 phase wires and 1 neutral. And this is come to the meter. Meter is kilometer, watt meter, kilometer, watt meter, and from here it goes to the main fuse, and from here it goes to the main switch. Main fuse and main switch. And here are some safety measures we are using in the household electrician. And that are safety fuses, MCB and ELCB. So from here, from the main switch, it goes to ELCB and it goes to the MCB. And last, it goes to the switches we are used to operating the devices. So this is the flow of electricity from a distribution transformer to our household uses. It is come from the distribution transformer transformer, and that distribution transformer having 4 wires, and that 4 wire is connecting to the meter. And from the meter, there is one wire is goes to earthing, and other wires are one phase and one neutral lines are connected to meter, and it goes to the main fuse, and it goes to main switch, and the safety measure ELCB, and then again it goes to MCB, and last it comes to the operating switches. So this is the way of electricity flow, that is from the distribution transformer to our household works. So we are saying there is a kilowatt hour meter. Kilowatt hour meter. So we want to discuss about what is a kilowatt hour meter in the household electricity connection through slide. Watt hour meter. It is a device used to measure electrical energy in the unit of kilowatt hour. This is also known as unit. 1 unit electrical energy is 1 kilowatt. So watt hour meter is a device that is used to measure electrical energy. And the unit of that watt hour meter is kilowatt hour. And 1 kilowatt hour is 1 unit electrical energy. So electrical energy is measuring as 1 unit. And 1 unit of that electrical energy is 1 kilowatt. The commercial use of electrical energy is kilowatt hour. A device of power 1000 watt or 1 kilowatt when used for 1 hour consumes 1 unit of electrical energy. So the commercial use of electrical energy is kilowatt hour. A device of power 1000 watt or 1 kilowatt when used for 1 hour consumes 1 unit of electrical energy. So the energy in kilowatt hour is equal to power in watt into time in hour divided by 1000. So when we calculating this equation, we got energy in kilowatt hour. So the calculation of the electricity is based on kilowatt hour, and we got the electrical bill that is basing to calculating on the kilowatt hour or how much the unit we are using, and basing the unit, this is converting to kilowatt hour, and each kilowatt having a limited value, and basing the value of each kilowatt, and that is compared with the unit, and we got the amount of rupees that is used for the electricity, and that is we want to pay. Okay, and the next devices that are used in the electrical connection is MCB and ELCB and safety fuse. These three are the main devices that are giving the safety of an electrical transmission. Electricity is very useful to our day-to-day life, and it is very needed one. But the correct use of this makes so many helps, but this is makes some troubles in our life basing the unwanted use of electricity. So we want to discussing about the safety measures we are using in the electrical connection in a household electric circuit. And the first one is safety fuse. We are discussing in the previous class about safety fuse. Safety fuse is a device that is used in household electrical connection, and the overloading of circuits or higher flow of electricity making the melting of safety fuse, and that avoid the huge lightning process or huge damages. So safety fuse is used as a safety measure in the electrical circuit of household work, and it is a mixture of tin and lead. So safety fuse we are discussing largely in the previous classes, and now we have to discuss about what is MCB and ELCB through slide. Safety measures, safety fuse, MCB and ELCB. MCB miniature circuit breaker and ELCB earth leakage circuit breaker. MCB is a device used in the place of a fuse wire branch circuit. It is automatically breaks the circuit whenever there is an excess flow of current due to short circuit or overloading. MCB is miniature circuit breaker, and it helps to avoiding overloading problems. When overloading electricity in circuit, it automatically breaks the circuit and it helps to reduce the problems. After rectifying the circuit, we can switch on the MCB and make the circuit as it was. MCB works making use of heating and magnetic effects of electricity. And ELCB helps to break the circuit automatically whenever there is a circuit leak due to insulation failure or any other reasons. ELCB having a name that is earth leakage circuit breaker. So its function is basing its name. The leakage of electricity in a circuit is minimizing ELCB. When a leakage of electricity is through the electrical circuit, basing the insulation failure or any other reason, it helps to automatically break the circuit. So this is the function of ELCB and MCB. And there is another safety measure that is 3-pin plug and earthing. One is connected with phase line, second one is connected with neutral, and the last one is connected with earthing. It ensures more safety. That is, the third one is 3-pin plug. 3-pin plug having 3 wires, and one is connected with the phase line. Second one is connected with the neutral, and the last one is connected with the earthing. And it ensures more safety because one is connecting with the earthing. So this is the 3 safety measures in household electrician. Okay. So now we are discussing about the MCB and ELCB. MCB is basic miniature circuit breaker, and there is any overflowing or overloading of electricity through a electrical circuit, automatically break the circuit. And after the rectification, we want to use the MCB. And ELCB, this is basing on the device in its name, leakage circuit. When electricity is leaking through any reasons, the circuit is breaking automatically the device ELCB. And it helps to any damage that is basing the leakage. So based on their working, this having 2 names, that is one having miniature breaker and other one having leakage breaker. The function of 2 having same, and the 3-phase MCB and ELCB having same functions to avoiding the problems basing electricity. But these 3 having different names based on their functions. Okay, and the last one is 3-pin plug, and this is give more safer for the electrical device usage because it's having 3 wires and 3 are connecting with, one is with phase, another one is with the neutral, and the third one is with earth. That's why it is more safe. So now we are discussing about today is that the production or the generation of electricity and its distribution, and how it comes to the electrical household works, and what is the safety measure devices that is used in a electricity in household electrician. And based on this, we have some portions that is basing on shock, electricity shock, and there are some precautions that taken to special circumstance and in daily life. And all of that we want to discuss through WhatsApp, because that are some simple portions and that is based on our daily life. So we have to discuss through another online class, and today we are discussing about the electricity generation, production and distribution, and devices working on the basis of safety. And I think all of you understand about all of this topic today discussed, and this is all over today's class, and thank you. Have a nice day.